What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back. In today's video we are taking a super quick look at the nicest phone that most people don't know it exists. This right here is the HONOR Magic 8 Pro. I feel that if Apple would make an Android phone, this would be that Android phone. This phone is that nice, probably one of the nicest phones that I ever got to try up until now. Now, when it comes to phones, and at least in my experience, most people care about 3 or 4 things about the phone. First of all, that the phone can take good pictures and videos. Well, this phone has you covered. So our main camera is a 50 megapixel sensor, then we have a 200 megapixel telephoto lens camera, and then we have an ultra-wide camera that's also a 50 megapixel sensor, and another 50 megapixel sensor on the front. Now, this video does do really well for videos as well, so not only for pictures, and I've actually added some sample videos and pictures at this minute of the video. So if you want to see those pictures, you can skip right to that minute of the video. So for pictures and videos, I feel that this is one of the best phones on the market. There isn't anything else that comes remotely close to this, in my opinion, in the Android world. The next thing that people care when buying a phone is the performance, because you definitely don't want to buy a phone and the phone lags every time you do anything. You open the browser, the phone lags. You open a game, the phone lags. You definitely don't want that. Well, that's not going to be the case with this one. So first of all, this runs Magic OS 10, which is based on Android 16, and this phone is powered by the latest Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 CPU. So more power that you can ever imagine. Now, I feel that most people don't play games on their phones anymore, so all this power is actually used to process pictures, to edit videos, because, well, everybody posts on Instagram, Facebook and all that. So you need to do all that editing right on the phone, so this phone has you covered with all that. This phone is also packed with an insane amount of AI features, but I'll be totally honest with you, the only AI features that I personally use are the AI editing features, and those ones work so well and you can make the pictures look so good just with a couple of clicks. So I'm really into that AI editing for all the pictures and videos that you're gonna take with this phone. So for that, yes, I absolutely love this for picture editing. The next thing people care about when buying a phone is the battery life, because you definitely don't want to charge the phone throughout the day. Or if you do have to charge the phone because you've used it just so much, at least it has to charge fast, unlike my iPhone. So inside this we have a 6270 milliamp hour battery, and this phone also supports 100 watt fast charging versus 25 watt fast charging on my iPhone, and 80 watt wireless charging. So even if you'd be to run out of power, which never happened while I've been using the phone, in one day, you can also charge the phone very, very fast. So I feel that this is also quite important for most people. And the other thing that people care about when buying a phone is how well they can actually see the screen during the day and at night. Because with a lot of phones, you cannot dim the screen enough at night. So it's just too bright in your eyes. Well, that's not the case with this one. And the opposite as well. So if you're outside on a super sunny day, you definitely want to see the screen. Well, this phone has you covered. So this is a 6.71 OLED screen that has a refresh rate of 120 Hz and the peak brightness of 6000 nits. So you can see the phone outdoors, you can take pictures outdoors, you can watch videos outdoors, you can basically do anything in direct sunlight and you're going to be able to see the screen. And the opposite at night. When you're in bed, even though you shouldn't be using the phone in bed, you can make the screen nice and dim so it doesn't bother you or wake up the other person that's in bed with you. So very, very important to have a good screen. Okay, so next, because I almost forgot, let me play some pictures and videos that I took and filmed with this phone, because I almost forgot about those. So let's play those so you can see what this phone can do, and I will be right back. Alright, we have a quick video sample on a super sunny day with the HONOR Magic8 Pro. So I am recording the main camera and of course recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. I find that resolution the best for my needs. Of course you can choose from many resolutions. I'm just gonna stop here. Actually, let's walk a couple of more steps. We'll stop somewhere around here and we'll pan to the right and to the left slowly. And back left, and we'll keep walking this way. So this is how a quick recording down that main camera on the back in 4K at 30 frames per second would look like. Alright, so for our next recording, I started recording in 4K at 30 frames per second, of course, with the main camera, but now I'm gonna switch to the zoom lens. Look at that. That is pretty impressive. I just wanted to show you how the zoom lens would capture video. And it does look really nice and clear. Let me switch back to the main camera and we'll step out of the way. So main camera and zoom camera once again. Now, so pretty sharp for that zoom camera. So 3.7 times zoom. Alright, so for this video, I'm gonna go running for a few meters just so I can show you how that video stabilization works. I'm using the main camera and 4K at 30 frames per second. So let's go running. And I guess I'll have to see how the video looks on the computer afterwards. Alright, so I also have a super quick video in low light. Once again, I am using the main camera and recording in 4K at 30 frames per second. It is fairly dark out here and I can see everything on the screen here. So we'll have to see how this actually looks on the computer, but so far it does look really good. So these are some of the things that I care about, but of course this phone is a lot more than just the things that I mentioned. So for example, IP68, IP69, a 5-star drop resistance. Personally, I don't drop my phone, I don't go in the water with my phone, so I don't really care about that. Wi-Fi 7, personally I have Wi-Fi 6E at home or something. So there are many other things that this phone does well, but I just talked about the things that are the most important for me. What do you think about this phone? Would you consider buying a phone like this over a Samsung phone, over an iPhone, or any other brand that you're aware of? Definitely leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one.